Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Natalie, for those of you who do not know, and today's video is going to be all on saving money for your trip. So, a couple of video ideas in the works. This one specifically was requested by Maria. Maria found me on Instagram and sent me a message, very kind girl, asking me to film this video about how to save money for your trip. And this one is for her, and I'm so happy that she sent me that message, because you know, when you kind of start YouTube, you feel a little discouraged. You're like, oh, I don't know if anyone's even really watching my videos. Like, should I even film? There's so many people out there that are better than me, which is all true. But when she sent me the message, it honestly just meant the world to me, and I felt so blessed that I had somebody who wanted to hear what I had to say and hear my advice. So again, thank you so much, Maria, for sending me that message. It means so much to me. And thank you everybody who is watching this. I just appreciate you guys watching it, so thank you guys so much. So let's roll into the video. Today we're going to be talking about how to save money for your trip. So this is not going to go over booking anything. I want to dedicate an entire video on how I save money when booking my trip. I want to give you my tips and tricks in a different video, but this one specifically is going to be about how to save money. I talked about in my first and previous video about EF College Break, how they had a payment program. How that program worked, I'm not sure if this is how they currently still do it. I will do my own research and link below in the info box kind of what I found out if they do still do it this way. But how I paid for it was I paid one large lump sum, kind of like a deposit, and then I was able to pay the trip off as I please. So they give the two options of either doing their own monthly payments where they set how much your monthly payments are, or you can pay the one large lump sum and then pay the rest of it off in your own time, your own increments, which is what I chose. First tip that we're going to talk about is make sure that you have a source of income, a job, a part-time job, a full-time job. If you're in school, definitely do a part-time job. Continue with your schooling. My second tip is to make sure that you are not drying yourself broke because of the trip. And what I mean by that is please make sure that you are not spending every single dime of every single paycheck towards your trip. Try to plan your trip out with enough time, that way you can take a portion of each paycheck that you get dedicated to your trip and dedicated to your travels. That is a lot better, because God forbid anything does happen, any emergency, your tire blows, anything you could think of, you need money right away. You're not completely broke because you spent all your money on your trip. You're only using portions of it, so you always have emergency funds there and ready to go. Following that, if you're paying for different parts of your trip, let's say that you are booking your trip, you don't necessarily have to book it all in one day. What you can do is you can book the flight one day. All right, got that, and that is a large portion of your trip. Personally, I feel like the most expensive portion of your trip is going to be the flight. So booking the flight, done and out of the way. Maybe wait a couple weeks, maybe wait like 1 or 2 weeks, 2 weeks if you get your paycheck every 2 weeks. The next paycheck, you can take out a portion of that money to pay for some of your accommodations, where you're going to stay, things as such. Again, you don't have to pay for all of it. Pay for however much you feel comfortable paying with in that time, so that you still have money and you're not completely broke. So definitely spread out your planning. Next thing we're going to go over, which is my tip number 3, is to make sure that you are budgeting your money. So like I said earlier, when you're paying for your trip, make sure you're paying it in lump sums and kind of budgeting that way. But this is a different kind of budgeting. What I mean by this is kind of cutting out the unnecessary purchases that we do in our everyday lives. You know the purchases I'm talking about. I know the purchases I'm talking about. Because believe it or not, a flight from Brussels to Rome on Ryanair costs about $25. So just think of things that way. Think of things, cutting out the little things will really help you in the long run also. One of my most important tips is just cutting out the little things in life. Really, you will see it add up. I bet you right now, if you went to your bank statement and you went to look at how much you spent on eating out, you would be amazed. At least I know I am, and I hope I'm not the only one. So that one is definitely another important one, to make sure that you are cutting out the unnecessary things in life that you don't need to be spending your money on. All right. My very last tip. So the very last tip that I have to share with you guys is, when you are booking your trip, Take your time when it comes to booking your trip. A lot of people feel so rushed to book things, like they have to buy this price now or they're gonna lose it. Do your research and take your time. Like I said, I will make a completely separate video because it'll take a while for me to talk about how important it is to do your research, how you can do your research, how you can make sure you're booking at the right time. I will give you guys an entire video dedicated to that, but right now, just cut and dry. You want to make sure that you are taking the time to sit down and looking at every possible price that they have from the flight that you're looking at, accommodations you want to stay in. Alright, and I think that is all that I have for you guys today. So, basic overview of what I went over. Make sure you have a source of income. Make sure that you are budgeting your money correctly. Make sure that you are paying your trip at a comfortable rate. And also make sure you are doing research when booking your trip so you don't get overcharged for anything. I think that's all I have for you guys today. I promise you guys I'm going to be more consistent with my uploads. I'm going to try to upload every single Tuesday. I have a specific day set for filming now, so that way I'm going to make sure that there is a video up on every single Tuesday for those of you who want to watch. For those of you who don't want to watch, that's completely fine. I hope you guys have a great day too, and thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah! Bye. Yee. Oh. Not this time. Is that an ice cream truck? Yes. That's awesome!